So already I can tell that during filming we already knew how to um, use different shots and especially panning shots in those two. Um, so that wasn't a problem, and we also knew how to do match on action um, with a few things, not many, and I'll get back to that point later on. But yeah, we already knew how to do match on action, saying with, for example, with the door, we already knew how to do that, and him turning the corner, we already knew how to match it to make sure that the continuity flowed. Um, and that's also a fault we had, was that the sound wasn't there between the two shots of where he was walking down the corridor and then him pulling the chair up. There was no sound between them. So what we need to do is we need to make sure that the person who's doing sound knows what they're doing, so that it can follow continuity, follow editing, and make sure that it's synced up together. Even if we use Foley effects, that make sure that they're in sync with, say, like if we got Foley effects for footsteps, make sure they're in sync for footsteps of the actor in the video. So yeah, we just got to make sure that isn't a problem in our final draft.
Hi, my name's Haseeb Khan. Welcome to the job interview.
Hi, my name is Rizwan Jeffrey. I'm here for this interview.
And there was also another problem that some of us don't know really how to edit the match on action very well, because there we saw a jump cut of him shaking the hand, and then straight away we see an over the shoulder shot and he's got his hands crossed again, so that makes that's another jump cut that people can be aware of. And the way we really can get around that is to make sure that people actually know what they're doing in editing, making sure that they see the errors, and if they see the error on filming day, make sure that they get the reshoot or retake, or when it comes to editing and they realize that, make sure you can go off and retake that shoot, that shot, so that it makes sure that the continuity flows well.
I have the file you requested.
And also, before I spoke about the match on action, we really need to think about scripts as well, because we didn't really have a script on the day of filming the preliminary. So we came up with two solutions, and that was either in our next drafts we don't have a script at all and it's just down to action and music and sound effects, or make the actors learn the script and make sure there is a script, so that it can be filmed.
Thank you.
Here again, there was another jump cut between the shaking hands, and also another problem we learned is that we need to stop cutting the heads off of the actors during shots, because they play a vital role in any video or film or TV program, and by them getting the heads cut off, kind of shows a bit of unprofessionalism from the cameraman. So we got to make sure that the cameraman or the camera operator knows about how to take the shot, and we also need to make the actors know which direction they need to take, to make sure that doesn't happen. However, the shots we used in this were mostly mid shots. There was one over the shoulder, well, two over the shoulders, a couple of them, and then the rest were kind of mid shots and wide shots. So we need to think about how we can incorporate new ones. And so I'm going to watch my final draft video and compare how much we've changed in skill learning in learning what skills we can do via editing, sound, and all the other stuff.